This is my most requested live Ask Anything chat. My name is George Ezra. My latest single is a song called Shotgun. A huge thank you to both Romeo and iHeartRadio for having me. And we're going to jump into it. So people have sent in questions that they'd like me to answer, and I'm going to do my best to answer them. I hope you're well, everybody out there. Hello. So, Vicky from Leeds in the UK. A question from my 7-year-old son, who is a big fan. Unfortunately, Vicky hasn't given her son's name, but hello, son. I am coming to see you in Hamburg. Are you going to play some new songs that night? Absolutely. Not like brand new. There'll all be songs that are out there and you're able to listen to. But yeah, certainly songs off the new album. And thank you very much for... That means you're travelling overseas to see us. So thank you for that. Thank you, Vicky. Second question from Melissa, who is from Australia, from a place called Pimpama. Do many people pick up on your burp in Shotgun, 59 seconds in, #TrueFan? Yeah, I was asked about this a few times in Australia. See, in the UK, it kind of blew up, the burp. It felt like everyone was talking about it for a second, which was good because everyone went back to listen to the song and we went back to number one. But yes, people do pick up on it. It's not a burp. I wouldn't release a song with a burp in it, but I agree it does sound like a burp now that someone's pointed it out. Sorry. Rianne from Ausmus Tree. Am I pronouncing that right? Ausmus Tree. Rianne from Ausmus Tree. Did you take the photo for the album art at Tamara's? By the way, biggest fan here. Did I take the photo? Well, I'm in the picture. I'm quite far away from the camera. I didn't take it, personally. No, I didn't. A friend of mine took it. And actually, we were on quite a posh photo shoot. And my friend just brought along a camera to take behind-the-scenes kind of pictures. And we ended up using the behind-the-scenes pictures because I loved them. They seemed more candid, you know? So thank you, Rianne. Paula from Elk. Have you ever got a present from a fan? If yes, which one was the most memorable? Regards. I have had 1 or 2 presents from fans, which is very sweet. I'm often a bit worried when it's edible, just because you shouldn't eat sweets from strangers. I've had some cool stuff. It's just very sweet. It's kind of like, it's just nice to be thought of, I guess. I'm trying to think of a memorable one. Somebody once got me, I think they were M&Ms or Skittles with my name on them, which is so sweet. Jessica from Mexico. Hello, Jessica. 2 questions. Well, that's against the rules straight away. 2 questions about Benjamin Twine. Now, Benjamin Twine is a song that I don't think it was on the first album. I think it was on an EP. In the song, you stole his sister's car, but you don't drive, George. That's poetic license, Jessica. That's poetic license. And in the end of the song, you made one promise. Did you accomplish it? And that is why we don't answer 2 questions, ladies and gentlemen. Lots of love from Mexico. Thank you, Jessica. I hope you're well. Jerry from Whitehorse, Canada. Hello, Jerry. In your opinion, what did you think of the listening parties? Oh, is this when everyone kind of logged in around the world? Loved the idea of the listening parties, and I enjoyed the listening parties when they were working. So for anyone watching this, what we did was we kind of had a live stream between Sony HQs around the world, and different people came in. We all listened to the record, and then we kind of logged in and had a chat. But some places it didn't work so well. The I don't know, the Wi-Fi in some places wasn't as good as in others. So maybe I would change that in the future. Dianella from Burford, Georgia. When you come back to Atlanta, how many shows will you be doing? I don't know. I don't know when we are coming back to Atlanta. I would love to come back to Atlanta. Isn't Atlanta where they do Queer Eye? Home of Queer Eye. amongst other things. Brilliant seafood, I think. Hannah from Brisbane. What was your favourite moment of the Australian tour? By any chance, do you remember me obnoxiously yelling your name in Brisbane before the show and then waving to you like an idiot? I think I know where you were, Hannah. If I was above the stage, I do remember waving at somebody. I didn't know it was you. Actually, my favourite part of that tour was the show in Brisbane. And I'm not just saying that, it was incredible. And something happened which doesn't always happen, and that was kind of halfway through the show, I was just so aware that I was playing a show. You know, I wasn't daydreaming or concentrating too hard on what I was doing. I was just there with everyone else, and that's a lovely thing. So I loved that night. I didn't sleep for hours after that night. Not because I was intoxicated. That was pure adrenaline. I was very excited after the show. So thank you. Michelle from Grand Rapids, Michigan. How hard is it for you to pick the title of a song, and what is the normal routine for making that decision? Most often, it's kind of, in my case, it seems obvious what it should be, maybe. Sometimes not. And like, I've got a song called Song 6, and that wasn't me trying to be cool. It was just that, so me and Joel, who I write with, will go away for a week at a time and write songs and number them if we're working quickly. And it just never quite got titled after that. But on a whole, it kind of seems obvious, I think. I hope you're well, Michelle. Esther from Lismore. Will there be a third season of George, Ezra and Friends? I hope so. I haven't started recording it. I really hope so. I love doing it. I love talking to everyone. Sorry, there's just swans flying out there. Look.
Wow.
I've never seen that before. Sorry, some swans just flew right by the window. Swans, the Queen's bird. I hope so. I hope there's a third season. I'm sure there will be. Tina from Vancouver. What are some of the ways you balance yourself? That's a good question. I don't do that very well at the moment. I'm trying to learn how to do that. I kind of go full speed, 5th gear. I don't stop until I have to stop, as in until I need a break, because I wouldn't be able to go on any further. I don't know if you can hear that in the background, but we're rehearsing for the Brits. Olivia from Latvia. Hello, Olivia. When will you come to Latvia? I don't know. If that's a formal invitation, I'd love to come to Latvia. So maybe one day. Thank you. April, fan from Indonesia. Indonesia. Hi George, I am a fan of your music and I live in Indonesia. It's a country located in Southeast Asia. I can't wait for your Asia tour and I'm wondering, when will you do that? Will you come to Indonesia as well? I don't know. If I'm honest, I don't really decide where I tour. And I have to know where we're going, but I'm kind of just a free agent. I go where I'm told in a way. I like playing. I would love to play in Indonesia, and hopefully if I do, you'll be there. So thank you, April. Amy from Wagga Wagga, Australia. Did you always have the feeling that Shotgun would be as big a song as it has become? Not quite. I thought it could be big. When we listened to it, when I first heard it the way that we hear it now, I got excited and nervous. But I didn't think it would be quite as big as it was, or is. But I wouldn't change that. It's been an incredible thing to be a part of, really. Very interesting. Thank you, Amy from Wagga Wagga. Mary from Seattle. Do you want to grow your hair out? Well, no, I actually got it cut yesterday. Look at this, the shortest I've had it in a long time. Because we've got a very exciting performance at the Brits, darling. And I want to look fresh. Would I ever grow it out? I did that between albums, not because I was doing I just didn't want to get it cut. Maybe. Jenny from Miami. If you were explaining what you do for a living to my grandma, what would you tell her? I normally, if somebody asks, I say I'm a musician. And if they want further information, I say, well, a song and dance man, an entertainer. No, I say I'm a musician. And I don't really go any deeper than that. That's about it. So I've got time for one more. And this is from Sarah from Sweden. By the way, I'm not just making that up. I've just been told I should do one more. What makes you happy right now? It makes me very happy to be with the band in that room. I haven't seen them for a week or so. They're sounding incredible. And what makes me happy right now? Recently, I felt a lot of love from my family and friends, and that means a lot. So that makes me happy. And I hope you have that too, Sarah. And I hope to see you one day in Sweden. So that is the end of our big Q&A. I hope you learned something. I hope it was interesting. So that's the last question I could do. A huge thank you to Romeo and the iHeartRadio gang. That was my most requested live Ask Me Anything. And you asked me anything, so thank you very much.